These are the bellwork answers for Tuesday, November 28th. On number 1, it says evaluate the function when x is equal to 3, x is equal to 0, and x is equal to negative 4. So we'll start when x is equal to 3. All we have to do is substitute in a 3 wherever we see an x. So it's going to be negative 4 times 3 plus 3. And that's going to equal negative 12 plus 3, which is negative 9. And then the next one, we have x is equal to 0. So we have g of 0 equals negative 4 times 0 plus 3. And that's just going to be 3. Okay, the last one, we have g of negative 4, which is going to equal negative 4 times negative 4 plus 3. And negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. And then 16 plus 3 is equal to 19. Number 2 is asking us to factor the trinomial x squared minus 10x plus 24. So we're trying to think of two numbers that multiply to make positive 24 and add to make negative 10. And I'm thinking we could do 6 and 4. 6 times 4 is 24, and 6 plus 4 is 10, but we want it to be negative 10, so they're both going to have to be negative. Okay, so we end up with x minus 6 times x minus 4. On number 3, it says evaluate negative 9 minus 2x plus 5 when x is equal to 6. So we just substitute in 6 for x. We'll get absolute value of negative 9 minus 2 times 6 plus 5. Alright, so absolute value of negative 9 is positive 9. And we do negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. And then plus 5. 9 minus 12 is negative 3. And negative 3 plus 5 is going to be positive 2. On number 4, it's asking us to sketch the graph of y equals 1/3 to the x power. So we'll start by making an xy table. And I'm going to do two negative numbers, 0 and two positive numbers. Okay, so let's start with a negative 2. We'll get 1/3 to the negative 2 power. Whenever you have a negative exponent, you just flip it and put it on top. So it's going to be 2 to the second power, which is equal to 4. And then we have, actually it's 1/3. Hang on, let's go back. So it's going to be 1/3 to the negative 2 power is equal to 3 to the second power, which is 9. And then we have negative 1, so we're going to do 1/3 to the negative 1 power is equal to 3 to the first power, which is 3. Then we have 1/3 to the 0 power. Anything to the 0 power is just 1. Then I have 1/3 to the first power, which is 1/3. And then 1/3 to the second power, which is 1/3 times 1/3, which is 1/9. Okay, so we have to do a graph. And we'll make our axes. Okay, so first value is -2 for x and 9 for y, which is going to be way up here somewhere. 2, 3. Okay, and then we had -1 for x and 3 for y. Then I had 0 and 1. I had 1 and 1/3. Okay, so it's going like this. On number 5, it says simplify b squared times b to the -5th power. So remember, when we multiply like that, we're going to add together the exponents. So we did 2 plus -5. We're going to get b to the -3 power. Or 1 over b to the 3rd power.